I was hoping maybe we could discuss some of those bands and y'all can educate me because I really don't know much about dbeat.
Okay.
Or Power Violence for that matter. So we got Disclose.
Disclose is obviously a band that loved
Japanese
Discharge
hardcore.
so fucking much from Japan, and they
Yeah, that's cool.
They basically, that's like where the worship shit started. That's like when it was like, let's make everything just like Discharge.
Anti-Climax.
No, Cimex.
CMEX, sorry.
Yeah.
I need to get a new left eyeball.
Anti-Cimex did Discharge better than Discharge.
Got it. Scandinavian Jawbreaker.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. We got the band Disrupt.
Oh yeah.
90s crustacean punk.
I like
Crustacean.
Disrupt. I like when you refer to it as crustacean. Yeah, Disrupt. They're still in there, but they definitely go.
You're touching the power violence.
Yeah, they start getting
Tapping into it.
They start tapping into like Buttonsville.
Right. Population U, Piggy.
Yeah, and like I feel like that's the beautiful thing about this and being nerdy about it is like you can see like the overlap. But also like the different veins and how they kind of like spiral off into other.
Well, it's like, okay, like
true than
you
any
only
genre.
had, like a lot of the bands in the 80s, they had very small amount of influences, right? Because some of those places, not very many bands would play, punk wasn't super popular, or like you just get beat up going to them. Who knows, right? So like the people that would make music, their influences were so small that like when they would reproduce, trying to like recreate that, it had a very unique thing to it,
Yeah.
I think that's like young people making music, their influences and their abilities and their talents is so small still that they make really raw sounding unique shit, right? Whereas like if you have a million influences, you're talented at every fucking instrument, like trying to write something in a specific like genre or something is just going to sound contrived, whereas like it's not just coming out of you naturally, like that's what you just naturally play. This is what you naturally
It's a influences and limitations thing. You can't you're not a virtuoso. You're not going to be able to
make a punk song with like a pot and a kazoo.
Yeah.
I bet you could do it.
Yeah.
And you record it on a shitty like 4-track, it'd probably sound punk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you familiar with these bands? Ratos de
Brau, yeah.
Portuguese?
That's from
Brazil.
Yeah.
Very cool. Skit System.
We saw Skit
we just saw
System
them.
Is that German?
twice.
It's Swedish.
Swedish?
Swedish. We've
Oh,
seen
Swedish,
them.
okay.
Svenska.
We've seen them twice in 2 days because they played CY Fest, and they're definitely, I feel like, they're a legacy band.
Do you like the suffering sounds of Wolfpack?
I do.
Do you like
Wolfpack,
the-
Wolf Brigade?
Do you like
Framted?
the dark howls of Framted?
Yeah, that's
Framted?
Japanese fucking hardcore.
Yeah,
That shit's
Framted. Sick.
Which album do you like better, Defeat of Civilization or Under the Ashes?
the first one.
Defeat?
This one, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to add that.
It's brutal.
I don't think I have enough knowledge to
Bootlicker
discern
was a
one another.
band that was supposed to play this weekend.
I've heard of Bootlicker through Buttons.
Yeah, they weren't able to get into the country because of visa issues. So
Yeah.
whereas
Where
Lil
are they from?
Canada. I'm not exactly sure
Oh,
where. in Canada.
maybe I can help them out. I'm Canadian.
Well, they just played Skullfest, which I was at like earlier last month. So I thought that they would be here, but then like
Where's Skullfest?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah.
I want to go.
You were there?
Yeah, it was.
They
I
played-
was,
I love Pittsburgh.
I like it there. It
play-
reminded me a lot of Portland.
Can you say it like how they say it? Pittsburgh?
I have no idea.
Pittsburgh.
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 Like a bug. Like a bug, but it's more big bug.
I like
There
it.
were a lot of
Pittsburgh.
bugs there.
Really?
It is like a big Portland, though. I said the same thing. It's very Portland, but like bigger, and there's
Okay.
more river action.
Yeah, it's humid.
yeah.
The
Good
food's
point.
worse.
You're right. It is like Port. I never put that together.
It has a big river, tons
Yeah.
of bridges. There's greenery.
Bricks.
But you know what's crazy is there's more people that live in Portland than Pittsburgh right now.
Are there?
Yeah, Portland's 450. Pittsburgh is 350.
Huh.
It was built. See, the thing with all those cities in the Midwest, they're all built for 1 million, 2 million people. They all left.
Yeah,
Oh
because
yeah, I
the
could see that.
car
There was a lot of
industry and the
dilapidated
steel.
buildings,
Steel industry. Yep.
broken down shit. I guess there's a huge Mr. Rogers presence there, which was kind of cool actually.
Why don't we switch over to this power violence?
Let's do it. Let's play Power Violence because I'm gonna unload.
So
So the one thing that I will say that like 77 kids and 82 people, they can all agree on, everybody can agree on, right? Is that power violence sucks. That's what unites the scene. They're like, all right, I know you got a stupid polka dot shirt on. You got a shoestring
to, like-
around your head. But you know what we don't do? We don't listen to Magruder Grind or Spaz.
Okay, I've like tried to think about the only like power violence band that I think is a power violence band that I remember is that Capitalist Casualties, right? Was that a band?
Yeah, capitalist
Is
casualties.
that a power violence band?
Yeah.
What
maybe?
about Toxic Narcotic?
They're like grind grindy,
Okay.
crusty.
Well then,
PV.
what's your?
This list is going to tell us
Spaz is what I would.
according to society.
Okay.
What the best albums in the genre are. This is all user
Well, if
rated.
Spaz is not on here, then they're posers. I'm just
Everything
saying.
we're looking at is user rated, right?
Okay.
This is no critics. This is all rate your music.
And remember,
Okay.
this is 2024, so it's not going to be your gate-kept spaz from 2000.
No, but it'll be on here. Trust me.
May I ask a question?
Yeah.
I'm going to admit something.
Yeah.
I've never listened to Nails. They're kind of like the movie The Titanic to me, where everyone was wearing the Nails t-shirt. So there's a part of my personality where I'm like, I'm not going to watch the Titanic movie.
Yours was the Titanic.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've met people that have never seen Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings,
Oh my-
or Star Wars, and I'm like, I don't think you need to though.
I have more things to admit.
You haven't seen any of those.
I haven't seen most of the Harry Potters, most of the Lord of the Rings,
But you know
most of
what?
Star Wars.
I guarantee you, if somebody just asked you if you knew the story, you'd be like,
Yeah,
yeah,
no. Yes, of course. As a
Yeah.
cultural phenomenon and all the archetypes, I get
Yeah.
all that shit.
But
But what I'm trying to say here is Nails is the power violence band
that you've never heard of, but you know of.
Yeah, they're the Star Wars of power violence for me.
Okay.
They're that's
Because
actually
everybody
a
wears
perfect
a shirt.
analogy. Actually,
Yeah.
they are Star Wars to me. Where I'm like, I know it's probably good, but I've seen 90 people wear this shirt, and there's something about that repels me.
You know,
Just straight up.
You know what?
Just being honest
I've
with
done
you.
that my whole life with a lot of bands. Don't do it forever though. You're missing out.
Oh no, I know.
I know nothing about Nails.
I'm not
or
even-
power violence, but
I'm admitting
Yeah.
openly
I think that's good.
that unconsciously, this is not even, I don't fucking care one way or another.
Right.
I'm just saying unconsciously, that's the reason why.
yeah, that's fair.
And
know what I'm
I'm
saying?
going to say,
Yeah. Should I listen to Nails?
I don't really care about nails.
Okay. Whoa. All right.
And they exist, and I
Keith,
understand.
what do I do? Let's settle this.
I understand that they're.
Let's judge it.
Let's listen to it.
Yeah, let's just listen.
Let's
you can
listen to
listen
Nails. This is their best album, or the best power violence album of all time, according to people.
Okay.
But
This is sick.
it's fine.
It's down tuned. You gotta hear his voice though.
To me, it sounds more hardcore than power violence.
I was gonna say it.
Yeah, it reminds
It
me of
doesn't-
it
It's
reminds
not
me.
fast enough.
It
It's
reminds.
not fast enough to be power violence, in my opinion.
Doesn't it remind you of Sepultura or Soulfly or something?
No,
It's not
Really?
It's definitely more tough guy hardcore.
it's tough guy
Like,
hardcore, beat
East Coast.
down.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Magruder Grind
Yeah.
is true power violence, in my opinion.
Got it. Let's
Their
check that out.
classic
Where
Yokopse.
it's blast beats, right?
Yeah,
And
Yokopse
fucking-
is one of my favorites. I just got to see them for Zesta Grande.
And their songs are
They're old
they're
guys, and they were
25-second songs, right?
Yeah.
That's power violence to me.
Right.
They have some longer songs though, because
Well, yeah,
these have they definitely have a grindcore, more metal
Yeah.
aspect to them. Yokopse though is just brrr, fast,
Yeah.
hard, and they're old German guys, and they're still so tight, and they're very
Yeah. Okay. See, there's intensity building, right?
Yeah,
And
this
then
is
it
sick.
should just be instant, and then it's gonna go boom,
and then it's gonna brrr, yeah.
done.
Long build up.
Yeah.
Wow.
See, Magruder
Well-
Grind does have some longer songs, so
Yeah, but look, it's building intensity. That's
Yeah.
what I mean.
Yeah. That's cool. Very
See,
cool.
look, they're getting pissed. People are getting mad. When's it gonna come in? How many fucking intros are you gonna do?
Right.
See?
there we go. Now that's
Explosion.
what gets me hot and horny right there. That's what I want.
See? And it's fucking intense.
Damn.
You
They
know?
go super fucking hard. Right?
Yeah,
He's a great drummer. Holy shit.
yeah.
And then, see? There it is. Beat the fuck out of the dude next to you.
Yeah.
See?
Nails. They're one of those bands where I was like, I wouldn't put it in that little.
Are they
bracket.
quote unquote pop power violence of the genre? Are
Well, they
the
do. They
poppiest?
do have. The thing
Or
is,
the
I feel like they're way
most,
more metalcore, way more there's a lot they do the slower. They don't get fast enough for me. Yokopse is amazing. Those fuckers. That is. That's the chef's kiss right there.
Was that a fart?
Yeah, a fart, a shart. Drop Dead.
Who's Charles Bronson?
He could be your best friend. You should listen to that.
This is the shit I like.
This is power violence.
This is power violence.
Now imagine being in
Right.
a basement with 40 people that you don't know and they all smell like they haven't washed their clothes in a month.
Or
Yeah.
it's a bunch of 16-year-olds wearing Ushankas with dystopia patches on them, and like there's a 40-year-old dude with a NOS tank, and then there's like me.
Crowd killing.
What about this band, Combat Wounded Veteran? Are you familiar with them?
No, but if you scroll down to number 9, Drop Dead.
You know them?
Also saw them.
They played last night.
They played last night.
Tell me about them.
They are also an amazing band from like the late 90s, and they are super influential, and
I'm not super familiar, honestly.
I definitely love them a lot. It was really good to see them.
I dodged American bands for so long. I don't know why.
Drop Dead is like power violence, but it's like crusty too. It's crusty for sure.
Yeah, I always get the name confused because there's Born Dead too.
Yeah. I feel like Capitalist Casualties are in like that crusty aspect of that. Where I wouldn't say they're really power violence, but they are like they are, but they're more.
It's like
crust power violence.
Well, yeah, there's like a lot of that shit that came out of like East Coast, Midwest, like early 2000s, late 90s shit, you know?
Yeah.
There's a lot of that stuff.
Spaz, you've told me about Spaz, right?
I love Spaz. Spaz is one of my favorite power violence bands, and they made the list. They're there.
I know about Plutocracy through you, don't I?
You do. You also know about Yakopse through me. You know about Infest maybe through me.
What are you, like a fucking book?
A little encyclopedia.
Yeah.
Little power violence encyclopedia.
Yeah, Buttons is my PV encyclopedia.
I try to be.
Well,
we're all nerds about music.
I'm your encyclopedia and other subgenres.
Yeah,
or whatever.
you got other
I got my
things.
I got my
Time I hear
dorky.
PV, I think of the like brand.
Not the best brand, are they?
They have
decent.
There's select years
Medium?
of really good shit. I'm a really big fan of the PVT-40 bass.
How do you feel about the band Iron Lung?
It's so sick.
So sick, and then you got a medium reaction.
And Jensen put out
Sorry.
Iron Lung Records just released Bog People's LP for us.
Oh,
so-
cool.
And he's a friend of mine, so
What track should I pull up?
any of them, dude. Play the newest one. I don't remember the name of it.
New album. Okay.
Yeah, what's sick about their band is he sings and plays drums, and he is a fucking dude fucking beats it. So fucking heavy on the drums.
The drums are good.
While we listen to this,
I like.
look at this. We got a Merzbow collaboration album with Full of Hell. 3,000 people have reviewed this.
Wow.
That's pretty popular for like a niche, fucking obscure album. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
All right.
Look at Capitalist Casualties. They ranked it as power violence.
There's one time
okay.
that Bog People played with Iron Lung very long ago.
So this Merzbow thing,
This is actually cool.
this is the coolest This is the only way that
totally fucking agree
this is
with
the
you.
only way that Merzbow has ever
I
been
so agree with you, but
acceptable.
Buttons. This is the most you and I.
Have ever agreed on anything.
I was gonna say that before, like.
I was like, this is Merzbow
This is
that I
the-
could listen to.
This is that's exactly right.
Because I fucking hate Merzbow.
This is the most listenable Merzbow I've ever heard. This is fucking awesome.
They ripped off Joy Division.
Yeah.
Who hasn't?
Yeah. How do you feel about this top hardcore punk albums of all time? This is ranked on Rate Your Music. 2 Dead Kennedys albums.
Okay.
Zen Arcade by Husker Du.
I mean, I love Husker Du.
Bad Brains. Got Dystopia. Nails.
Putting nails on everything.
I guess they're also tagged as hardcore punk.
I mean,
His Hero Is Gone. I'm not familiar with them.
yeah, definitely. That's
cool?
like part of Tragedy. There's so many people
Neo.
in that band that were in a whole bunch of other amazing bands.
This is the first time I've ever seen this tag. Neo Crust.
That's definitely, I would definitely
know
label
about
that.
this.
Tragedy's sick, man.
Yeah, Tragedy's great.
How many Neo Crust albums are there on Rate Your
That's a
Music?
really...
It's so specific and niche.
But I get it. It makes a lot of sense.
Enslave? Is that cool?
I'm
Enslave?
not
I don't know.
familiar.
Let's check out Enslave.
I mean, Tragedy is like what I would call like that shit was like stadium crust.
Wow, I've never
That is amazing.
I've never thought of it
Well,
like
they
that,
could
but that
sell out
makes
fucking venues
They
for like
could.
1,000 people and tour the world,
Yeah.
and they're fucking like anarchists.
yeah, that makes sense though. I never heard that term, but I like it. Thank
Yeah.
you, stadium crust.
Wait. Let me just look at
God,
this.
but
Who's
I
the
love you
stadium?
guys. Don't get me
the
wrong. I
stadium
love
crust?
these bands, but that's what people say.
Who's
you
the
know?
Stadium Crust band?
Tragedy?
Tragedy.
Sorry, guys.
Live Crust.
They're rippers.
So sick. Dude. Look at all those motherfuckers.
I love the vocals too. I'm
Yeah. He's one of my favorite fucking vocalists ever.
like that's how I want it to sound. I'm like, yeah, that's. I don't know what it is about my little brain, but I'm just like, yeah, that's how I want it to sound. That's.
And they're just really talented. Like, they're good producers. They know what they're doing with their gear.
Yeah.
They've been doing this for fucking decades, you
Yeah.
know?
This is a very educational episode for me, I have to say.
These dudes,
Very fun.
they're very fucking good at what they do.
Discovering a lot of new bands.
Actually, Eric, who's in Respect
Wow.
Class and Bog People, lives with Billy, who plays bass and sings.
Dude, you're right. This is Stadium Crust.
Dude, see? It's fucking sick. But that's because so many people like it, you know?
Yeah, because they got it right.
Like,
they got the formula
Okay,
right.
so they live in Portland. I think they're originally from Tennessee. They played at the No in Portland, right?
Yeah.
And that is a really small venue, and it sold out like instantly. And there's like hundreds of people out standing outside, like, you know, it's pretty big deal to get like more than 100 people at your show in Portland.
Wolf Brigade?
Yeah.
That's members of Wolfpack. It's like what the Wolfpack broke up and then went on to do that.
I see.
Wolf boys. Wolf
The
boys.
Wolfie boys. The Wolfington boys.
Oh, play Crucifix. It was down there. That is a very good
Crucifix?
like. It was Crucifix Dehumanization. It's a very good. I would say like for me, it's like it sounds like European hardcore from San Francisco.
Got it.
And I mean like
Kind of reminds me of Bad Brains. Is that fair?
yeah, definitely. Yeah, but like I would say guitar tone and like drumming and like the riffs, they're like song structures.
Yeah.
It's Discharge influenced.
Right.
That was like, that's what I mean. Like Discharge influenced everything.
Yeah.
As much so as people would say that like Sex Pistols like influenced punk or like the Ramones, you know?
Right. We're going down this list of like hardcore albums. Have Heart, that's definitely bro-y, like melodic hardcore. I love Have Heart. But what I'm really upset about, and I see Black Flag, I say, okay, whatever. But can we, Choking Victim?
Best hardcore?
We're putting Choking Victim on best hardcore?
I thought
What
they
the
were
hell is
ska.
crack rock steady? That's a subgenre of 61 releases.
Oh my.
Someone, that means that some human on planet Earth was the person that invented this page, right? And added all the, like, this is a subgenre, according
Yeah.
you know?
Oh, it is.
It's like ska
I don't know if is it
influenced.
really still around?
No, I fucking hope not.
I don't really think
If Crack
people-
Rock Steady makes a resurgence,
Like
Crack rock steady's
what
hilarious.
was but they're Choking Victim. What was the other band?
Leftover Crack.
There you go.
It's
Crack
Choking
Division.
Victim was the beginning, and then Leftover Crack is what they turned into. And then there's like Star Fucking Hipsters, which is like
Yeah.
even worse.
I'm getting cringed out.
Yeah, it's cringy. Wait,
There's another subgenre.
oh, it's okay. We don't have to go into Crack Rock Steady. It's
No.
cool.
Oh, no. This is it. Anarcho-punk is what I wanted to
Oh,
talk
okay.
Oh, dude.
Oh.
That's my shit.
Yeah, we like that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Conflict
This
was another
is-
one that we got to see.
We got to see Conflict.
We got to see Conflict.
I actually got to meet Colin, and I asked him a very
Who was Moet the Poet?
yeah. It was great. I asked him who Moet the Poet was. This guy's named Nick Blinko, right?
I love the production on this.
This shit is great.
That's my taste in snare drum.
Yeah, you like that snare?
Yeah, it's crispy and dry. That's how I like
You'd
it.
probably like a lot of the anarcho-punk sounds. A lot of it can be melodic and like slowed down. You like anarcho is like also like mixed in with like peace punk, right?
A lot of talking.
It's lots of
Lot of
talking. It's
talking
very
in the
politically
song.
charged,
Yeah.
you know.
Right.
It is very-
Chumbawamba.
So Chumbawamba has members of Crass in it.
Yeah.
Like, it basically was Crass.
Yeah.
What? Holy sh!
Chumbawamba. Yeah.
You didn't know that Chumbawamba used to be anarcho-punk?
Pissing
Well-
the fucking night away, mate.
Kind of, but I've never heard anything off. I want to know. Is this great? Is this a great record from 1986? Holy shit!
Probably. I mean, I listened to a little bit of it. I know more about Crass than I would.
Yeah, I would say the
Yeah,
same
we'll do
thing.
both. We'll do both. But I just have to know what the hell.
I believe in anarchy in the UK. See, it's good.
Yeah, I fuck with
What?
it.
Chumbawamba's sick.
Oh my god, you're gonna love it.
What the fuck is going on?
You didn't know "Pissing the
Okay,
Night
but-
Away" came.
I
was where
love
it
I
came
love
from?
that song, by the way.
Well, yeah, but that one, like, if you just heard that, like, why? You know, I saw that on the fucking like MTV when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
Which is how I heard about Prodigy, which is what got me into punk. But still, that song, like, I would never think of that as.
But
Like,
and then, do you remember the other single off that album? Do you suffer from long-term memory loss?
No, I only knew that one song until I got into punk.
the one that I could
And
remember
then
is
found
called
out
like
about it.
Zoo Song.
Wow, Chumbo fucking Wumba.
There you
We
go.
just blew your mind with the Chumbawamba.
Check out this band Zounds.
I love Zounds.
They're great.
Yeah.
I love that band.
It's a little too
I
eggy for me.
just don't know
Yeah, it's a
what
little-
I will do.
It's a little too eggy for me, but I still like
cute.
it.
You don't trust me and I don't trust you.
All right. I like it a lot so far.
I like the footage. Like, that makes me excited.
I think he likes post-punk.
Yeah.
I think he likes anarcho.
Yeah, for sure.
We should show you the more abrasive anarcho.
Ooh, I like the tom sound. Okay, hold on. I want to go back to Crass, though.
And just listen to like all the tones of everything, so the drums are gonna be super jazzy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is sick.
And it's super Cockney, right?
Yeah.
It's super Cockney. Like my grandparents.
I still living.
Of course
they do. Of course
My
they do.
my dad's Cockney,
Of course they fucking.
but he didn't grow me up on any of this shit though. He wasn't into this kind of stuff.
No.
Here's some discharge.
This is it.
This is it.
No, you should. Yeah, I mean, this is a great single.
Yeah.
And, like their live shows, like fucking insane. His voice is a little like Cal. This is like in Cal's era where he's like not as like screamy, like yelling. Like all the first singles are just like real raw recordings where they took them all in the first take. You know, this is at the point where they were becoming a bigger band.
I mean, that's just like we talked about how when Husker Du made Zen Arcade, they made the whole album in
72 hours on.
72 hours.
Yeah.
It's like a 24-track, 70-minute album. The whole thing done, including overdubs and
Yeah.
the mix in 3. How is that possible?
I mean,
Meth.
yeah, drugs. Yeah,
But I think that album's like golden.
Yeah.
I got into punk rock backwards. I like found out, like, I listened to Life During Wartime, which was on public radio. And so I was finding about all these like smaller niche bands, and I was like, oh my God, I love, like, this is like, it was like a come to Jesus, like, I was like, I love this. I don't know what this is, but this is.
Oh, when you were listening to punk on
Yeah.
Life During Wartime?
I was like, this is it. Like, this is it, dog. I want
Life
music.
During Wartime is a local radio show in Portland.
It's amazing.
On KBOO, and it's on Wednesday evenings around
12:30?
Pacific time.
Yeah.
It's like midnight or 10 o'clock or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
But they usually play like new local bands out of Portland, and
Yeah, they would tell you when shows are.
yeah, and it's good. It's a good show. It's
You know,
been around
so-
for fucking years.
But that's why I got into it. So, but I didn't know the main bands, right? I didn't know the Subhumans, the GBH, like. So I have all these really fond memories of Keith being like,
Isn't GBH like a hormone
GBH
supplement?
is a charge that you would get in the UK. It's like grievous, brutal harm, bodily harm.
grievous bodily harm. Yeah. So Keith has put me on in a lot of ways, growing up as kids, and I also, when I was in Portland, and I was at that Observers show, I saw Erin Yankee, who wrote for Maximum Rock and Roll, and
yeah.
she was, wasn't she in Chased and Smashed too?
Do you know this
She's
band,
in a ton
Buttons?
of bands.
Yeah.
GBH.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Oh shit! This is a whole genre now. I got to look up street punk. Should
That's
I
what
look up?
CY originally.
I wouldn't say that. Okay, so that is a misconception.
Yeah,
Thank you, Wikipedia. Don't ever call GBH a street punk band.
please.
Okay,
It's UK
This is
82.
why.
It's UK 82.
This is
If
why
anything,
Keith is here to correct
They
the
would call
record.
that a G beat, just because it's kind of got like this like part of a D beat, but it's not a D beat, you know. But
How do you feel about Charged GBH as number one?
That's it.
That's
City
street
Baby
punk?
Attacked by Rats.
Yeah, it's the
love
song.
it. That's it.
Partisans.
Love Partisans.
UK82. That's all UK82.
It's all UK too.
Not Rancid.
Rancid
though.
does not belong there.
That's more of a street punk band. I would
That
say.
sure.
Oh, you might like that Short Sharp Shock album, the Chaos UK.
Yeah.
You might like that. It's fast. It's loud.
But yeah, I big shout out to Keith for putting me on. But I got to tell Erin Yankee that she was one of the reasons why I got into punk, because
So
that was it.
Chaos UK has many different like eras of it. This is like the first era. This is gonna be more UK82, right?
Right.
This is off of like UK DK, but that Short Sharp Shock album is way more of like fast, super fast hardcore.
What is X considered?
X.
The Los Angeles punk band X.
Oh, that's fucking LA 70s punk.
LA 70s punk.
Yeah. That's like, it's almost like just like rock and roll, you know?
Right.
Yeah, I wouldn't even
Like,
say
this
it's
is fucking
77.
punk.
Yeah, this is
Right.
punk.
You see why I
Right.
skipped on American bands? And
Yeah.
I'm like, this is way more what I want to be into.
Right.
Like, I don't care about your dad sucking.
My old man's a fatso.
Mine is too, man. Nah, my dad's ripped, but, you know,
Yeah.
fuck him.
So I have to go. Do y'all want to continue the show, or should I close it
I
up?
think we're
I'm ready
good.
to smoke a cigarette.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, close
I
it up.
appreciate you.
Yeah.
This has been cool.
Very fun.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Keith.
Of Crucified Class and Bog People.
Yeah.
It's me.
Also Proud Papa.
It's me.
And when do you have a show next, perhaps?
Fuck, well, drummer's injured right now. He's waiting on an MRI because he fell off a
Ooh.
fucking building at work. Well,
Oh.
a ladder.
Oh, that's not good.
He's been getting a bad rep, but, you know, I think hopefully things are on the up for him.
Yeah.
I would say we'll be playing by the end of the year, hopefully.
Good.
Hell yeah.